Hey guys, I hope you are having a great Sunday afternoon. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon here. I'm on my tablet because my husband is working in the garage building something, and I've got my computer and all that set up in my studio, and they are right beside each other, and he's out there blaring the Bose. So I can hear it, and so I figured you guys could hear it too. Can you guys hear me? He's I don't know what he's making, but I'll have to post some pictures. It's kind of cute. Makeup Monster, you or make it. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in there if you can. Okay, good deal. Makeup Monster, I cannot wait to place an order. You are making some beautiful stuff. Your vessels are out of this world. Man, they are beautiful. Never even like never knew anybody to do that. So you're definitely doing something. Thank you guys. Hey Gail, Kelly K, Miss Carla, Youper Gal, I Hate Peas, Ella G, Miss Gail Broom, Miranda Smith, if you're still in here. Yeah, I your vessels are beautiful, and they look like they're like the one of them I looked at. It looked like it was kind of like not iridescent, but it's got glitter in it. Is that how? Are you putting some mica or something in them? Because they are beautiful. I can't wait to. Are you gonna do an Etsy page or just um, on like YouTube or whatever? I was gonna do Etsy. I had one a while back, several years ago, and I kind of like didn't keep up with it. And then I started reading all this stuff where people were saying that, Etsy's kind of like ripping you off and stuff. So, or I can't remember what all the details were, but I just decided I would, of course, I need to get off my butt and get my stuff together. But so, how are you guys doing? I have been like the worst dang um I've been sick for about a week and a half. I've been having trouble with my heart. I have a little heart issue, so I was having trouble with that when all the crap with Sarah Smiles was going on. And girl, she just don't know how to like leave you alone. I was like telling her, I'm sick. I don't have time to mess with this stuff. I'm not. Leave me alone. And she just kept calling and like messaging me, and I don't even know how to. I couldn't even figure out how to like block. Okay, block somebody on my phone. So I thought, okay, so I went into my settings, and I'm with Verizon and I have an Android, but anyway, I turned on a call blocking feature, which I thought would give me access to be able to block because I don't block people. I've never like really blocked people, and so anyway, now it shows that I'm calling from a restricted number whenever I call somebody. So anyway, I don't remember where my setting was. I got to go back in there and do that, but I figured out it wasn't working when people wouldn't answer my phone calls, and I was like, wait, why? Because I don't answer restricted numbers either. And then I started getting calls from Sarah again yesterday or day before, and I thought, okay, well that blocking absolutely didn't work. But I figured out what I needed to do. I need to go in and put her as a contact. I don't have her saved as a contact. I just had her like it shows up, when she calls or whatever. But anywho, that I just want to say, Sarah, if you're listening, I got your messages yesterday or day before, whenever you sent them to me. And I just want to tell you that I wish you well. I'm not trying to be ugly, really not trying to be ugly. And I don't wish no ill will on you at all. But considering everything that went down, and I got your explanation and all that, and I appreciate you doing that. I thought it was a little convoluted, but I just want to say that, you know, I guess this is ugly, but I just don't have time in my life for people that are going to say that they're going to off themselves. I lived with my ex-husband for 10 years, and he would pull that crap every time he would get mad at me. And I mean, even go as far as going outside, going behind one of the sheds and letting one, popping off one. And I'm like freaking, you know what I mean? To the degree that it was unnecessary, just like sick. Okay. So I don't have time. So when Two Tacos pulled that crap they pulled, that was it. I said, right that day when they did that, I said, I'm done. I don't entertain stuff like that. I've had things in my real life kind of like that happen. And that's not something to play around with and to joke about or to even use as an attention getter. Okay. Freaking, I mean, that's just not cool. So whenever she did that the other night, and I just like, I wish you no ill will, Sarah, but I just don't have time in my life, and I'm just not. I'm not going to be able to do this and this friendship anymore. So I really and truthfully think that you need to log off, because I don't believe for one iota of a second that CPS went to your daughter's school because of what Life Rewinded said. Whether you said that you were Jared's cousin or not from AWP, it doesn't matter if you were Jared's sister. What he does or did has, no reflection on who you are as a person. So even if you did, which I never heard you say it, but even if you did, Sarah, Love Shack Sarah is who I'm talking about, you guys, even if you did say that you were Jared's cousin, even if you did, let's just say that you did, or that you didn't, it doesn't really matter. And Life Rewinded, you go off on Alicia because she wouldn't give you a platform to get up there and clear that up. Okay. You cleared it up in chat, right? So what if people believed you or didn't believe you? It doesn't matter. People still probably will believe that I sent Taco's wife and her those damn pictures, which I did. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what people think. I know the truth, and the people that support me and care about me, they know who I am. And I think Marissa and Tacos and her enchilada wife showed who they are when they pulled that shit. So you have to, at some point in your life, know that you can stand on your own morals and let that be who you are and put that out there. And if people want to accept it and take you for who you are, fine. If they don't, then that's their loss, or not. You know what I mean? But you don't have to defend every little thing. I love me some Alicia, but that's why I wish she wouldn't feel the need to defend everything about herself, because, look, she don't owe anybody an explanation. And the people that are spewing their lies are pieces of crap. I mean, really and truthfully, look who's doing it. Look who's doing it. I mean, the only time the truth, and look, the truth, the only time you go live is whenever you're fussing or bitching about something Alicia says. Look, just don't watch her, man, if you don't like, but anywho, I got off on that. But you kind of like took it out on Alicia like it's her fault because she wouldn't give you a platform when she was going through her own stuff. I mean, it's not her place to give you a platform. You cleared it up, and that was good enough. And if it wasn't, screw it. But so because Alicia wouldn't give you a platform, you say that you're done with her and me and everybody else and that, this place is nothing but a cesspool. No shit, Sherlock. You've been around here long enough to know what this place is, Sarah. And so you're saying that CPS went to your daughter's school because of that comment, because he is first of all, he hasn't been proven guilty. It's innocent and proven. I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. I don't know, but he's been accused of it. But okay. So just because he's been accused of it, you're saying because he was accused of doing what he did, and you supposedly, it's out in the streets that you're his cousin, that CPS went to your daughter's school to talk to her because of that shit. Come on, Sarah. The only reason it was made a big deal is because you made it a big deal. Nobody else ran with it. You're the only one that made it a big deal. Okay? I mean, you put it to rest. Really and truthfully, I'm not saying CPS wasn't at your daughter's school. I'm just saying that I don't believe it was for 1 minute what Life Rewinded said. That sent your, and then you wanted to put all that on her shoulders. Sarah, if it was a misunderstanding or whatever, y'all cleared it up. That should have been the end of it. But you're the one that made it a mountain. It was a little bitty molehill. Or make a mountain out of a molehill. Yeah, whatever, however it goes. You're the one that made it what it was. And so whenever you didn't get the attention or whatever it was, you put out messages that you were going to, do something. That's not cool, girl. That's not cool. And you rant and raved about two tacos whenever they pulled that shit. That was no different. You know what I mean? No different. So anywho, I just want to put that out there, Sarah. I don't want to continue our friendship or whatever, just because I don't have time in my life for crap like that. And if you're in a place to where you need to go to those links and say the things that you say and let things bother you like that, I'm sorry, but I really and truthfully have enough real life crap going on in my real life that I don't have time. I quit entertaining crap like that years ago. I used to have a friend that was uh, very needy, and it's draining, and I just don't have time in my life for that. Sorry, it is what it is. So put it out there. Wish you no ill will. I really and truthfully don't. But log off. I think it's time to log off and maybe like, you know, it's the holidays for heaven's sake. Goodness gracious, put a Christmas tree up, hang a damn Christmas bell on it or something. But forget about it. So what if people think that? So freaking what? I mean, hell, people think that I've got a bush and whatever else has been said. But it is what it is. Don't care. I don't care. I don't. It's not the most. Some of the things that's been said is, yeah, I'm not real happy about it. But I can either run around here and drive myself crazy trying to convince people that that's not true, or I can just continue to live the life that I'm living, be who I am, present myself for who I am, and stand on my morals and hope that that's enough for the people that I care about. And if it's not, then you're not my people anyway. I'm not for everybody, and I get that. But if you want to believe that I send pornographic pictures and that I have a bunch of guys going, I have a bunch of guys going down on me, whatever MGL said, if you want to believe that, then believe it. I don't care, because I know my truth, and I think my reputation and who I am speaks volumes about who I am. And I just take that. You can't convince everybody and make everybody like you. But I think Alicia got a bad rap from you. You wanted to hang her up and her and Life Rewinded, man. It was a fupa. It was no big deal. Hell, Sloppy Molly's freaking fupa is bigger than the deal you made that thing out to be. Yeah, I threw that in there. Hey guys, I wasn't looking at chat. Sorry, I'm gonna pull up my phone so I can see chat. Sorry, you guys. I got off on my soapbox, and I didn't intend to go off like that, but I did want to address Sarah's Love Shack Sarah. I did want to address her for that. Forgotten Whispers, Crime Canary, Christina. How are you, Christine Logan? LG Simon Says, how are you, doll? She tries to be an emotional. Yeah, well, hey Remy, I know, and this is just my honest. I knew her. I got to know Sarah Love Shack Sarah through Sloppy Molly, and since then, that whole fallout and all that, I think out of anybody that I've watched, on this platform, Alicia has shown her more grace than anybody. And so for her to go at Alicia because she wouldn't drop what she was doing and strike a live up, I don't think that was very cool. I don't think it was cool at all. And she apparently, I guess, tried to get in touch with me, but I was still up at my mom's up in the country, and my service sucks. You got to put a arm out to the east and a leg out to the west, and they didn't be able to get service, so I wasn't around for it. But and I'm glad I wasn't, because I I wouldn't have wanted to strike a live up for something that yeah, I get you not wanting to be affiliated, but it's not the end of the world, man. And what he does has no bearing on the people in his life. We're only responsible for ourselves. Yeah, happy late birthday, Simon. I saw where somebody said yesterday it was your birthday. It's okay not to want to get along. Yeah, absolutely, Remy. Blew it way out of proportion, and it just didn't have to become what it become. It really didn't, and it caused a lot of people a lot of stress and worry, and that's just not. It was unnecessary. Hey, Miss Denise, how are you? Yeah. So anyway, like I said, don't wish nobody no ill will. Just want everybody to, have good holidays. Enjoy this time. We get it. Christmas once a year, and I have to tell you guys, it's going to be. My mother-in-law was down yesterday, and we were talking, and she's like, "Let's just not do Christmas for each other." She said, because really and truthfully, Christmas is every day. My husband and I get what we want whenever we want it. You know what I mean? If something comes up and we need it or whatever, we get it, and we get it for each other. So, to me, it's all about kids, and our kids are grown, and I mean, but I do have my little nieces and nephews now. I'm sure, they'll be getting stuff, but it's just, and plus it's everything's so darn expensive. Gosh, groceries, everything is outrageous, man. I don't know how they expect people to live, man. I'm telling you what, I cannot believe how much a damn dozen eggs cost around here. I don't know what it costs where you guys live, but it's like $5 a dozen, 4.98 a dozen. Oh, and it's not even for the large, it's for like medium. I mean, that's ridiculous. Rooster bullets should not cost that much money. I used to used to have chickens, and I had eggs coming out my ears, and I thought, oh, I'm going to sell them. I'm going to sell them, and I put a little sign at the end of the road. I had a couple people, and I think I was selling them for $2 a dozen, and they were, what do they call it? They weren't organic, but they were, you know, farm raised, I guess. But anyway, I mean, I had a couple people that would buy them, but that was it. I mean, I now shoot, you could probably make $3 a dozen easily, compared to what they are in the store. I mean, anyway, everything's so expensive. I don't know how they expect people to live, and things keep everything, gas, diesel. It's just a shame. I'll be glad when we have some changes, and yeah, free range. That's it. We have $5.98. That's crazy, man. My sister raises. She has, well, she don't raise. She has like 40 chickens, different kinds, and then she's got some ducks. And when I was at my mom's, I always help her take care of them whenever I'm there, because I miss having chickens. But with Denise, that's a good price. But I was up one day doing her waters and all that, and I went and told my mom. I said there was only one egg in Diane's eggs, and she's like, yeah, she's been getting like one a day. And I said, Mom, I know that during the winter that they kind of slack off, but mine would like slack off. But Jiminy Cricket, they're almost coming to it. They're like on strike. And Mom told me, she says, well, she's been feeding them. Now I don't know how you guys do it, but they have scraps, like the leftovers. My mom doesn't have a dog, so the chickens eat the leftovers, the scraps. So I said, well, she may want to buy some laying pellets and throw them some feed or something, because I don't think the scraps are producing any rooster bullets. But yeah, the people yeah, right. I mean, my daughters and teenagers, they're getting cash this year. Yeah, right. Let them buy whatever they want. Uh, and it's really truthfully, when I go see my niece and my nephews, well, they've got kids, so it's actually my great niece and nephews that I'm talking about. But I mean, I take them stuff every time I see them. You know what I mean? So it's like Christmas all the time. But anyway, it's Santa Claus' place to, you know what I mean? But I do enjoy going up there, on Christmas morning and watching them see what Santa Claus brought them and stuff. But it was funny. My little great niece that's 10, she stayed with me whenever I was up at my mom's the last time, a couple nights, and she told me, she said, well, I told my mom that I knew that Santa Claus wasn't real. And I said, you did? I said, when did you figure that out? She said, I've known for a couple of years, but I just didn't want to. She's got a younger brother. She said, I just didn't want to upset Micah. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, you didn't tell him, did you? And she said, no, I didn't tell him, but I told Mom it's okay not to cry, that it was okay. I just laughed. I said, girl, you are a mess. You are a mess. I've been missing. Hey, Scarlett, Cat Turd, Cassandra, how are you guys? It's been a rainy day here today, off and on. Hold on a second. Hey, babe. Okay. Well, I heard the music stop in the garage, so I guess I can go back to my studio. But yeah, I was watching. I like put a couple of these things on my community post. It just breaks my heart every time I log on to my phone or whatever and look at the news. It's just like sad, just like awful things, man. This world we live in, you guys, I'm telling you, it is something else. I was like 2 or 3 things last night looking at where this one lady. Now she was in the United States, but she wasn't from here. I don't remember where she was from, but her daughter apparently had some illnesses. I think she was 5 years old, and she had it since she was born, and something to do with her breathing and stuff like that. Anywho, article said that she died one day. Her mom had given them a bath, and they all took a nap. And when they woke up, her mom went in there to check on her, and the little girl had died. So the mom goes to her local hardware store and buys some cement, mixes it up, puts the little girl in it, and uses it for her nightstand by her bed with her child in it. Husband comes home from work, and she tells the husband that she let social services take the little girl because of the unsanitary uh, home they lived in. Okay, now they had two other children, but the one that died, I just don't get it. So I think it was several months went by before they found out that the little girl was in the cement. Now I don't know how none of that works as far as smell and all that goes, but I don't understand people. I don't get it. I don't understand the dude that drove the FedEx truck. I don't understand. It makes me want to cry. Why in the hell he would have killed that baby? I don't. There's no, unless something happened, that they haven't said. It makes no sense. It makes no sense why he would have not jumped out and hollered, "Hey, call 911," and attended to that child until somebody got there. I mean, why freak out? Get the little girl. I mean, that his story makes no sense. The only thing that makes sense is that he had an ulterior motive. You know what I mean? He had other plans, and whether he did that or not, I don't know. But I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, and I've been listening to the reports that come out. But I just don't get. I don't understand it, and I'm glad that I don't. I guess because I don't want to think like that. But it's so sad. It's so, man. It would scare me to death to have a little one. It a little one right. It just you can't. I would be so overprotective, man. It would be my child would be miserable with what's going on. I mean, you just can't. You can't be careful enough. Can't be careful enough. I won't ever forget whenever my ex-husband, his little boy was about a year and a couple of months old. Um, his wife and him had divorced before the baby was born. So anywho, uh, we lived in Baton Rouge, and his dad built some apartments half a block out of the north gates of LSU. So we lived at the apartments, but we had a house over on Airline Highway. I don't, several miles away from the apartment. But anyway, I don't know. I never was able to have children of my own, but I was been fortunate enough to be bonus moms. But anyway, he was taking a nap, and I don't know. My husband called, and he needed me to bring something he was at the shop over by the house, and he needed me to bring something. And I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. I jumped in my car, grabbed whatever he wanted, and took off. And I got about probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes away at the red light that I was fixing to turn. And it dawned on me. I looked back and saw the car seat, and it dawned on me. I left baby boy sleeping in his crib in the apartment. I freaked out. I flipped a Yui. I drove like a bat out of hell getting back. I ran in, and he was still asleep. But I like pulled him up, and I woke him up, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm like, he didn't know what was going on. Obviously, he looked at me like I was crazy. But oh my gosh, I like never forgave myself for that, and it still bothers me. But uh, and oh man, I just couldn't look. I called my husband up, and I said, I can't. I was on my way. I was almost there, and I said, you're not going to believe this. I don't even want to tell you over the phone. And he's like, what? I said, nothing. He said, is Harrison okay? I said, yeah. I just don't want to tell you over the phone. So I got Harrison out, got him in the car seat. I went over there, and I told him, and he's like started laughing, and I said, what are you laughing at? And he said, babe, he said, don't be so. I said, and I was bawling my eyes out. So I mean, something like that, I couldn't imagine harming a child. I mean, I forgot, left him sleeping. Ooh, anywho. Absolutely. I agree with you, Simon. I agree with you. They should have it inflicted on them. That's just so, man, I tell you, this is a sad world we're living in. Yeah. And then there was, oh, let's see. Oh, oh yeah. And then this 4 dead and a parent murder suicide. And I think this one was, in Kentucky. They responded, they a woman, a man, and two juvenile females were found dead from apparent, uh, you know, load it and shoot it. I just don't understand why they said they think it was a like murder suicide. I don't get it. And it's just like one thing. I mean, it's like article after article. Whenever it, what is going on? Has it always been this much crime, you guys? And I just didn't pay attention to it. But it just seems like it's like excessive. And babies, you know what I mean? Children. Hey, Safari Dreams. My mama is doing good. My nephew lives in Florida, and he's married and he's got a couple little kids, and they're in the first grade now in kindergarten, I think. So my mom told me the other day. She said that Jr. But she said Jr. and them are supposed to come and see me in either today or tomorrow. And I said, "Oh, really?" And she's like, "Yeah," because she hadn't seen him in a couple of years. And hey, Scarlett. And I said, "Well, that's good." And she said, "Yeah." She said he called and said, "Mama, are you ready for some company?" And she said, I thought to myself, "Not really, you guys." I just started laughing. I said, "Mama," and she started laughing. And she said, I get it. She's 87, and their kids are rambunctious. The last time they were there, let me just put it like this: they were rambunctious as hell. And I get it. I can't. My nerves can't handle like my niece that I was telling you guys about a while ago that's 10, her brother is 7 or 8, and then she's got a sister that's 11. So I can only do like one at a time. If I do two, I'm like, ooh, I'm like MGL, Sloppy Molly. I'm looking for a Xanax before it's time to take them home. You know what I mean? It's like my nerves just can't handle, I can't handle it. And so I can imagine being 87, blind, my mother's blind, and not, not being able to like handle it. So anywho, I haven't talked to her today, so I don't know if they've gone home. I don't know if they got a hotel, but the only problem with that is there's not really a hotel. I mean, my mom lives in a small town, so you've got to drive a ways to go to a hotel. So anyhow, I'm sure they figured it out. You know what I mean? I'm sure they figured it out. But you guys, yeah, I don't. Also, I don't know where I've been, but I just read. I don't know if you guys follow Sister Wives. I've been watching it from the start. Uh, but I see that Janelle and Cody are split up now. So now he's just down to Mary, if you even count her, and Robin. So I was like shocked. I was wondering how long it was going to be if we would see that play out in this season. Because yeah, Denise, it is. It's all sad. It's all sad. Story. Father killed. Wow, that's so sad. Forgotten Whispers. I know it's just like, and I don't. You guys, yes, thank goodness of her. She woke up. I don't watch like we. Gosh, we stream like we have Hulu and Sling, and I guess we get local. I'm gonna tell you, I don't even watch TV. My husband, he watches TV. I have a few shows that I record, but I usually watch them on my tablet or my computer or my phone. I don't hardly ever turn the TV on. I get my news from what I see on the internet. You know what I mean? The news channels that I subscribe to. But there's no sense in watching it. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. Hey, Miss Ann, I'm glad she left him too. Magenta, how are you? Well, Mary may have left too. I don't know. I just know that she's I mean, since that whole catfishing scheme, she hasn't had a relationship with Cody. I mean, he's a jerk, man. He is like shit. I mean, shit, she divorced him legally so he could marry Robin and adopt her children. And then he wants to, and so she, I get she was a little down in the dumps, not feeling, she was only able to have the one daughter. And so she was empty nesting. I get it. She befriended somebody. I get it. She made a mistake. She, didn't do anything. But hell, he like made her start wearing a scarlet letter like she, and was just done with her. I think it was what he wanted, but I mean, he's done her like crap, and she's stuck around a hell of a lot longer than I would have. No way, Safari Dream. You no freaking way. You've got to be that blood. Well, that's sick. Sorry, that's sick. He adopted those girls, man. That is some. If that's the case, if that's true for real life, I'm done too, girl. That's like some Woody, not Woody Harrelson. What's his name? The weirdo guy from New York. um, gosh, I can't even think of his name. what is it? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. The old guy that married his stepdaughter that was Oriental. Yeah, that's about like that. I can't believe I can't think of his name. But yeah, I saw that he whenever they were sick with COVID, just the way he was talking, yeah, exactly, the way he was talking, uh, and they're really sheltered. You know, you guys, those girls are sheltered. Like Marty Allen, yeah, is that his name, Marty Allen? Woody Allen. Woody Allen, but maybe Marty's his. Yeah, but they absolutely would. I was half right, and so were you, Miss Barb. I said Woody Harrelson, but yeah, uh, yeah, Woody Allen. Yeah, sicko like that. See, Elon, I didn't know that about Forgotten Whispers. I didn't know that about Elon. I think he is, very intelligent. And I'm going to say something about Kanye real quick. I want to get those sloppy Molly, you guys. That heifer is a hot mess express. But anyway, I have been like hey, Navy Tex, how are you? I've been like thinking, okay, Kanye is an idiot. You need to sit down, shut up, which I still think that. But I've been watching a few TikToks and stuff. Maybe there's a method to his madness. I don't know. I'm trying to figure him out. I can't imagine. I know he's, very intelligent, but I can't imagine him, self-sabotaging like he is without, I mean, he didn't get to be where he's at and have the money that he's got for being stupid. So I can't imagine him being so stupid that he would like, just be so reckless with everything, to where he's like losing all of his sponsor, whatever. I don't know. That's just a hot mess too. But yeah, oh, sloppy Molly. So I don't know if you guys noticed the other night. It was not last night. It was not before, I think. Adrian wasn't home, and she was. Oh, it was whenever she had her face done, whatever she had done to her face. She was. I don't know if it was from the meds they gave her, but she was messed up. So she's on. She's live, and I recorded. I screen recorded it. I was sleeping, and I would wake up, and she'd still be going. And so I screen recorded, and she's. I think she had in her title she was going to do a BBC. So I got bits and pieces of it, but you guys, I don't know if she. And then last night she's live and she's all dolled up and got her, red lipstick on, and her, and she's talking like this, like it's like she's something special. I don't know if she thinks that counteracts, the night before when she's a sloppy mess, being repulsive and so disrespectful to her marriage again. I mean, talking about all the losers here in YouTube, how we're all losers, and just putting everybody down and just being so contradicted, man. That girl, I don't know. So I've heard a lot of people say that she is supposed to go to rehab in the Betty Ford Center in February. You guys, please know she was being sarcastic when she said that. First of all, if she was going to go to rehab, go to the Betty Ford Center, you wouldn't be able to pick the month. Oh, I'm going to go in February. You know what I mean? If you are going to go to rehab or need help like that, you go then. You don't put it off and go. She was being sarcastic as hell. That heifer is no more going to go to the Betty Ford Center than my cat is. I mean, if she does it now, do I think she should? Hell to the yeah, she should have went last month or the month before that. Yeah, Molly and Mallory are two peas in a pod. I think she should have already went, but before she's going to do something like that, she's going to have to admit that she's got a problem, and that ain't happening, you guys. She thinks that, okay, I will Forgotten Whispers. I will. I'm gonna have to go. I'll remember to go back and look at that. But she is hot mess express, and I don't know how Adrian, like, he called her the other night when she was so messed up, and she was imitating Michelle, and she had just told the story about how she had asked Jake where his dad was at, and he told me he was in the bathroom. So she calls him, and she's talking like Michelle, Walter, and she says that he's like, are you done with this? I mean, he was obviously irritated with her. So she was talking about that, about how he was so irritated with her for joking. So then he calls her. This is when, she's done told that story. So he calls a little while later after she's told that story, and she answers the phone like she's Michelle. And you could just hear that he was pissed. I mean, she's like, okay, fine, I'll mute. And so she puts it on me. Okay, so what I don't get, he's already been with her when she's already had issues and had supposedly went to rehab years ago. Does he not see the signs, man? Does she cover it up that well at home? Because I don't know how he can't see what is so obvious to everybody else. One of the big things that I struggled with whenever our friendship was coming to an end was, no matter what happened in our friendship, I still had enough respect for our friendship. And Adrian, he and I had become friends. My husband, they were planning to come here. We were going to go out and go deep sea fishing. I mean, we had forged a friendship. So my friendship wasn't just with Sloppy Molly, it was also with Adrian, and he really thought a lot of me and vice versa. You know what I mean? So when things started coming to an end, I would hear her say what a disappointment I was, what a disappointment I had turned out to be. And, Adrian keeps asking about, your friend from Mississippi, yada, yada, yada. So I would hear her say that and passing, and bits and pieces here and there. And it really bothered me because I really and truthfully felt like she was spiraling then out of control. And I felt like I needed to, okay, I was done. I knew I was done. Okay. And I didn't want to be, entertain that and be friends with her anymore. But I felt like I owed it to at least let Adrian, reach out, because I didn't want him thinking that I am a flake to where I just like, throw friendships away like that, because that's not who I am. If I invest my time and energy in you, it's because, I'm investing my time in. I don't just do that because I have nothing else to do. So I really, really struggled. I struggled so hard about whether or not to reach out to him, on the DL and talk to him and just tell him, express to him. But, I talked to another good friend of mine, and we were talking, and I told her what my dilemma was. And I said, so I put myself in, I guess, their shoes, and I thought about it, and I said, okay, so, even though, I don't know, I felt like it would go over like a fart in an astronaut suit. Okay. I think he would have probably taken it. I don't know. I think he would have listened. I do think that he would have listened, and I think he would have been respectful and kind to me about my concerns. But when Sloppy Molly found out, I felt like all hell would, all hell would have broke loose. There's no telling, what she would have said. And not that I care, because, I'm on my truth and I know the truth. But I just thought, so I didn't do it. And I felt bad about not doing it, because I felt like I owed it, because I knew that, like I said, I didn't want to be friends with her anymore. But I also was concerned, and I was worried, and I don't want to see anybody, spiral out of control and go down the path that she was going down. But, you can't help somebody unless they want to help themselves, and they have to admit that they've got a problem. I know that. So, that's just the path I took. So I didn't reach out to him. And I agree with you, Simon. I agree. I think that he turns a blind eye now. I guess I can see clearer now. I think that he definitely turns a blind eye to it, and I think he, entertains a lot of her shadiness, and she is shady in the house. There's no doubt about it. No, she doesn't understand what true friendship is. Doesn't have a true friendship bone in her body. Never has. I don't believe. Never has. She is and I feel sorry for her son. I'm going to play you guys a little clip. It's what she told him. That I would never tell my child what she told him. She tells him that when she was in Boston, that something about somebody pulling the gun. I'm just going to play it, you guys. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up here. And I will. Yeah, I feel so sorry for him. She's setting him up for a fail. I hope that he succeeds and he's very successful in life, and that he never takes, a wrong turn, and he stays on the straight and narrow. I hope that. I really do. But she is putting so much weight on that boy's shoulders, like calling him a prodigy and all. I mean, it's fine to be proud of your child. And I get that. And I nothing wrong with that. But what she's doing and using him as, he's 15 or 16, you guys. I know that my mom and dad raised me not to do drugs, not to drink. They raised me with, instill morals and integrity in me. But listen, whenever when I become not even of age, and I was able, don't think I didn't dabble and do things I wasn't supposed to do. And I had great parents. I was raised right, but kids are going to be kids, and he is no different just because they've raised him right. He's no different than any other child. And God, heaven forbids that he meets somebody, that takes him down a path that MGL and Adrian doesn't want him to go down, because it's very easily, it can very easily happen. I just wouldn't put that on my child's shoulders, the responsibility and the how she's making him, the things that he feels like he's got to live up to. I mean, life is hard enough for kids, you know what I mean? Going into the real world and growing up, it's already hard enough, much less having your mom make you think that you are, the greatest thing since sliced bread, which that's okay to think. I'm not saying that, but her doing the other channel and trying to do this, her life coaching for calling Adrian Mr. Rogers and she's Mrs. Rogers, and saying that she wants to life coach your grandchildren and your children to have a child like she's got. Are you kidding me? It blows my mind. She must have a recorder when she sleeps. I don't think she sleeps much, but she must have a damn recorder that just plays her, you're great. You're the best thing. You are awesome. You're the best life, Roach. Anybody? I mean, really, true. She must play that in her sleep at night and blow smoke up her own ass, because she is so misguided. It's not even funny. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Adrian's really. I know he is, because she's told me, we've had conversation, and she said it on her live before, that Adrian really is. He's hard, and he expects a lot out of Jake, and he doesn't give him a lot of room to slip up. But he's not always going to be under their roof, and he's not always going to be, telling them everything he does. Trust and believe. He's not going to. He's going to have things that he's going to want to keep. And I mean, he's a kid, and we've all been there. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna record. If you guys can't hear this, just put a 1 in chat, and I'm just gonna be watching chat, but it's starting to play.
Yeah, I love you. I said I'll wake you up. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Yeah, I love you. Mom, you had a crazy meet and greet.
Tell me something that big crazy.
Well, one woman pulled out a gun.
What?
Not on me. On the waiter. She was.
So she's telling Jake that when she was in Boston, that she had a crazy meet and greet, that a lady pulled a gun on a waiter. Okay, first of all, what in the hell? What in the hell would she tell the man? I would never tell my child something like that to worry them, or I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They've got most definitely got a different way of parenting and whatever. But I could not believe that she said that to him. Tells him that somebody pulled a gun.
She's like, I got a gun on me. She goes, shoot you.
What's this?
A nice woman, because you know how fun Molly Golightly supporters are. She sent me a pair of socks that says, eat a bag of dicks. And another one sends me another Snoop on a Stoop.
Oh, that's awesome.
Snoop on a
now
Stoop.
we have 4. So we got a bunch of Snoop Dogg smoking pot all around the house. So I'm thinking we can give this one to Princess to put on his mantle.
So in the same conversation, she tells Jake that a lady that she was having dinner with pulled a gun on a waiter in a restaurant in Boston and laughs about it. And in the same next breath tells them that somebody sent them another Snoop on the Scoop or whatever, the Snoop Dogg sitting. It's like a Snoop Dogg. It's like the elf, except it's Snoop Dogg. And he's sitting, I guess he's smoking a joint or whatever. So she tells them about, we've got 4 Snoop on a Scoop smoking weed. You know what I mean? So in the same breath, wow, she would most definitely not get Mom of the Year award. I mean, what a freaking hot mess. And oh gosh, she whenever we were friends, she sent me a picture of these coasters and wanted to know, because I make resin coasters and stuff like that, paint. She says, "Okay, can you make this?" And she sent me a picture, and it was just a set of coasters, 4 of them. They were clear, and they had like a black background, and then the other set had a red background, and it looked like a line of Coke going across the front across it. she was in love with those. She saw them in this magazine. They were 90 something dollars, you guys, and they were like um just regular square tiles, glass tiles. They were nothing special. I could not believe. So she ends up ordering them, and I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. That's not cool to have that coasters like that sitting there. I don't get it. I don't understand it. uh, yeah, Magenta, I would love to have a Snoop like that. But, I also don't have a 15, 16-year-old kid sitting here. I mean, look, if you don't want your child to do drugs, then you don't make it look like it's cool to do drugs. Shit. Talk about mixed messages. Talk about mixed messages. Don't do drugs, but isn't it cool? We've got 4 Snoops around here smoking a joint, and then I've got coasters sitting around with a line of Coke spread out on it. Wow. Oh, and she said that Adrian didn't like them, but she liked them, so she ordered them. Okay, so this is, oh my gosh, you guys, this is one of her BBC calls. This is from the other night. She's on her phone. I'm not playing, showing it. Oh, I got to pause it and tell you guys. So earlier in this night, she had talked about her PayPal card being negative 300 something dollars. So when she was in Boston, she said it was negative $800. But she also said that she had lost her card or had gotten a new one. I don't know. Anyway, so a couple nights ago, she's saying that she's, I guess, got it paid down to where she's only negative $300. So she's like, begging people for money, saying, please, I don't expect, she says, I don't expect anybody to give me $300. I know nobody likes me that much. But help a sister out. So she starts like holding her hands up like a little dog begging at a table for scraps. Okay, that's what she looked like. Well, she just cracked herself up doing that. So the whole time she's on this phone call, she's got one of her minions up there with her that loves Scorpio or whatever her name is. She's just as nasty as her and Jaundice Boy. Whenever she was up there describing those pictures of me, this lady that's up there with her now on this panel was up there, and she told Two Taco's wife that she was so upset because she felt like that I was a predator and that I preyed on them and all this bullshit. And she's like, I just feel so bad. So I have no respect for this chick, but she's up there on panel with her as she is talking to this guy, and she's laughing her butt off. And she's doing the begging thing, like, please, hit me up, hit me up.
What are you? Yeah, you drinking some clears?
No, I don't know what they're talking about. She's talking to him.
Yeah. So tell me about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 48.
Oh shit, I'm 47, and I'm looking good and feeling good. I feel like I'm 22, baby.
You sound like you're.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm.
You want to hold up? My damn maps is going. Do you want to chill at my place or your place or?
Woo! Whoa, you're moving pretty fast for me. Are you looking for a life?
Okay, so she's steadily, you guys, like showing chat to like hit her up, make it rain. She's steadily asking for money now while she's doing this.
A life mate? Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Are you looking for a life mate? Or are you looking for a girl that likes to jump around a lot? Because I like to get on my little. I have a thing for. Oh God.
Magenta, yes, she's married. I told her, I said, girl, this is so disrespectful to your husband, to your marriage, to your son. She calls me porn lady for, I don't know why I've been dubbed that name, but whatever. So she says porn lady's got a problem and she thinks I'm being disrespectful. Bitch, you are being disrespectful. You are completely being disrespectful. My husband I would never disrespect him by doing something like this. So what I didn't record was she says earlier before this call to somebody by the name of Kay. She said, hey, Kay, put my name on the BBC. Put my name and number back on the BBC. So she tells the girl that. I mean, she's messed up, you guys. She says, put my name back on BBC. So this is about 30, 45 minutes later. And I don't know if she called the guy or if he called her. I can't remember. But she's talking to somebody.
The things jump on. The bouncy things. The things that you bounce on.
What, like a trampoline?
Yeah, a little trampoline. I have one of my own. Do you have one at your place?
I got one of them little ones.
Yeah, you have one at your place? Oh my god, I'll jump on it for hours.
I got a couple of toys.
Oh shit!
Toys, he says.
Oh, this is my favorite toy right here.
She's holding up a bottle of finger
Yeah.
polish.
Sounds sexy as shit. What do you look like?
I'm black. I'm black as fuck.
That's fucking hot.
Oh, I'm very hot. Yes.
You're in Fenton?
Yes. My name's Michelle.
What's that?
I'm almost 48. My name is Michelle. My name is.
Do you like to give and receive massages while you're getting high?
Exactly, Davey.
Oh.
I guess that's a yes.
Yeah, and I love to move real fast. Yeah,
Well, we should hook up. You should shoot me a picture of you.
absolutely. Everybody tells me I look like Halle Berry.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
A cross between Halle Berry and Miss Cleo.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh shit. Are you busty too?
Busty? Oh, I am very busty.
Are you just fucking with me? You sound like you're in an extra good mood.
Oh, always. Well, because I'm high as fuck. Holy shit.
She said I'm high as fuck.
Holy shit, I'm in Michelle's world. Holy shit. Deuces. Yeah.
You
Did
like
you eat?
smoking clear?
Yeah.
I get you horny as shit.
Oh, I love being horny. It's my game.
No.
Yeah. I know my voice is acting crazy. I got a little bit of heartburn. Taking a little Nexium. That's why my voice keeps going crazy. Sometimes.
So you guys, that she profited this as soon, or took it down as soon as she did it. But earlier, before she called or he called, however, she was telling people, if you want me to call your ex-boyfriend, send me the number. So there's somebody in chat. I don't, like I said, I screen recorded and it didn't show up, but there's somebody in chat. And they are apparently putting phone numbers and names in chat. I didn't see this. I just heard them talking about it afterwards. And she leaves it up there so long to where you can't even scroll up and remove it. So she's actually having people, if you want me to call your ex-boyfriend, she's putting it out there. She's advertising. She is a skanky ass effer.
I sound like Elmo.
Well, I love to spoil, especially when I'm fucking smoking clear, man. I just massaging and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that too.
She's
So
begging
would you
again.
want to come there, or would you rather come to my place? Or?
I want to keep talking. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know
okay,
you.
cool.
This way I'm nice and dizzy when I see you.
So So if you look like Halle Berry, then guys.
A little bit of Halle Berry and Miss Cleo put together.
Yes, Jake was there, Ella Bella.
Miss Cleo.
Oh, she was a famous fortune teller.
It's not that girl that Cleo. Oh, I'm thinking Chloe. I'm thinking of fucking what's her name? Kim Kardashian's sister.
Oh, she's white. I'm a Nubian queen.
Are you mixed or are you all black?
I'm all black and then some.
She's so
You like
racist,
white
man.
ones?
I like Tom Cruise. Do you like Tom Cruise?
Do I look like them?
No, I like him.
Oh.
I want to suck a fart out of his ass.
Listen to this,
You want what?
I want to suck a fart out of his ass. Juices.
you guys.
Oh, you're crazy. What are you doing right now? You getting fucked up?
I'm
And
drinking
this
Coca-Cola
heifer-
Zero to get rid.
This heifer has the nerve. After saying that, she has the nerve to get on her platform and refer to all these other creators as losers, as trash, as junkies. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. She should like look in the mirror, man, and listen to herself.
To my heartburn.
So you're gonna be able to lay still, give your whole body massage and let you get high?
Not if I'm bouncing on a trampoline. Isn't that a pretty picture? Huh?
What kind of toys do you got?
I got a Christian Louboutin nail polish and a packs of punch.
Those little suction cup dildos that you put like on a table or something once you ride it.
Deuces!
What?
Deuces!
I didn't hear you.
I said deuces, bitches! Ride it!
What you really have done to you?
What do I like done to me? You know what gets me really in the mood? Like, you wanna know what really drives me fucking crazy? When somebody hits up my fucking Cash App or a nice big fat super chat right in my fucking face.
When they what?
I said when somebody hits me with a nice big fat super chat in my fucking face. Big fat super chat.
Now he don't know what a super chat is, because he doesn't know, you guys. He doesn't know that he's live on YouTube. This poor man, or what? He has no idea that she is putting him out there.
Are you there by yourself?
I have my dog with me. Does my dog count? She's a fat little black fucker. Violet.
You live in a house or apartment?
Live in a big fat house. You want to tour my fucking house? I got a gym.
Do I what?
Want a tour of my house? I got a fucking gym.
Do I what?
I got a tour. Want to tour my house? I got a gym. I even got bats in my attic. You want to see them? There's like fucking 40 bats in my fucking in my attic.
Well, I'll probably pass on the bats.
Well, yeah, they're fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, fuck right.
Ooh! I love a big fat super chat.
We know
What's
you
a
do.
super chat?
Oh, they ain't nothing better than a super chat.
Is that like phone sex?
Yeah.
So sorry, you guys. I mean,
yeah.
my husband gets up. I'm laying in bed, screen share. I have my earbuds in, but he gets up and goes to the bathroom. So that's the toilet you guys hear. And then he gets back in bed, and I think he yawns or something. But when he's putting his CPAP on, so that you'll be able to hear that a little bit, I think. So just letting you know.
Big fat orgasm.
Especially while you're.
Me too, Catherine.
There, it feels fucking wonderful.
No, it's just fucking awesome. Period.
Are your nipples real sensitive?
Wow.
Play with your titties while you rub yourself?
Wow. You guys, this is like should be not right to.
What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing a Club Monaco sweater that's like a mixture of fucking, I don't know, but it feels really fucking nice. And I'm wearing some glasses, and I got a lot of conditioner, leave-in conditioner to make my hair look super silky and satiny for tomorrow. And I got my new Prada glasses on. Strike a pose. Deuces!
What cup size are you?
Triple D.
Are you really?
But they're fake. It's okay.
That's all right, girl.
Yeah, Scarlett. I was thinking the same thing not long ago. At the end of the day, hello for sure. I was thinking not long ago. She had Miss Peggy, Adrian's mom. They were visiting, and she had her. She dragged her in there and pulled her up the computer. I thought it come to my mind. I thought, what would she do if Adrian's mother knew that she did that? I mean, because I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine.
You like big fat tits and cannot lie?
No, she don't have her hefty bag on. I hate Pete.
Holy shit!
You should actually send me a picture of them. I'll send you one back too.
Can you dance?
You guys, she said that Jake's friend, oh my Lord. So Jake knows about this, okay? Jake thinks it's hilarious. She says Jake thinks it's hilarious, and he thinks this is one of the coolest things that she's done. Yeah, that I don't know.
That's funny.
Are you black?
No, I'm Greek.
Holy
No,
shit,
she
you're
took
white?
it. She took it down immediately.
Holy shit! So we can have a big fat Greek wedding?
That's it.
Oh, I thought you were from Haiti.
Exactly, Miss Norma.
I'm actually driving.
Oh, you are?
I'm gonna pull
It's
in the
fixing to
store real
end.
quick and grab some smokes.
Can you get me something for my heartburn?
Huh?
Get me something for my heartburn.
For what?
Get me something for my heartburn and my herpes.
Oh, and your what?
Herpes.
Oh, God, you're full of that.
He hung up. Holy shit. Kay, did you put me out there? You said you want...
So he hung up on her. No shit, Sherlock. So she says to Kay, now listen to this, you guys. You got to hear this little part.
I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Kay's back in my group. All right. Kay's back in my good graces. I'm going to let her back into Patreon.
I'm going to let her back in Patreon. Kay is back in my good graces. I'm going to let her back in Patreon because Kay supposedly put her number on that website to where these guys would call. Okay, how jacked up is that? So she's going to let Kay go back into her Patreon for $50 a month. Wow. The hypocrisy, the fact that she thinks that she's doing, whoever Kay is, doing her a favor by letting her join her Patreon again. I mean, can you believe the gall? That bitch, I don't understand what in the world makes her tick and why she thinks it's okay. Yeah, and then YouTube's terms of service or guidelines or whatever, how is that okay? I guess if you don't leave it up, I guess you can do whatever. I mean, I don't know. And I don't know if it's behind a paywall or if she because a lot of them the videos about me, when she was talking about me, supposedly my pictures, she put them on members only. So you have to be a member to be able to view those. And I don't know if that's what she did to this or not. I don't know, but I know that you can't go to her channel and search for it, and say, I don't know if you can do it, see as a member or not. But I just, like, if I did something, I mean, I would never do something like that. First of all, I wouldn't disrespect my husband like that. And I would be pissed if he ever did something like that. But if I did something, they would take my video down midstream. You know what I mean? You hear about people, there's videos coming down midstream. Anybody else's would come down midstream, but this goes on. She calls the dude back. She calls him back a couple of times. I don't know if she talked to anybody else because I quit recording and I fell asleep. So I don't know how much longer it went on or anything else about it, but I know she called him back several times. Oh yeah, I think Miss Barb, I think she must definitely put her own number on there. Absolutely. And I don't believe anybody ever did it. I think she did it herself. I think her numbers were down. And, she says that she's all about marketing and she's got, a business, she knows what she's doing. But she did say that whenever she was, they ended up hanging up on her because she says something, so outlandish that even somebody that's calling a sex line or whatever these calls are, even they are offended. You know what I mean? But she did say that she was going to have to, whatever, I don't know what her other channel name is. I think in the beginning she called it something about her Violet, a pug named Violet or something. But she said that she was going to change the name to Mrs. Roach or something, but she wasn't going to be able to have it affiliated. Now get this. She wasn't going to be able to have it affiliated with Molly Golightly. No shit, Sherlock. Really? People search for Molly Golightly, think that if they're even thinking about using you for a life roach, you know what I mean? You're a life roach, MGL. You are not a life coach. You are a life roach. Talk about us being cockroaches. For going, oh, really? At the end of the day, so just the Casey Anthony, yeah, they took your live down, but yet she can get on there and do that kind of crap and talk like that. Hey, Ninja Orchid, how are you? Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, she kind of laid off these phone calls. Good to see you too, a blank slate. Good to see you. Hey, Lisa Jones, Deline, M. How are you guys? McCarla Ray. Well, you're gonna have to go back on the replay, Miss Carla, because I went a wild gamut. I went from Love Shack Sarah to just the news to old Sloppy Molly. But yeah, she kind of, hey Nikki, she kind of laid off of the BBC calls for a while because she was on the phone one night and she had an attorney called, or she called him, however. Oh, I do too. I think as long as it makes money, he's okay with it. I think that he would rather her make her own money and spend it than spend his, I guess. I mean, I think that honestly, I think he's okay with it. And all these, the reason she does these meet and greets, if she does a meet and greet, uh, is because she uses it as a write off. She's able to take these trips, these vacations or whatever, long vacations. That's weird too, going on vacation without your husband or your family. Why would you do that? I've got an idea or two why she does it. But anyway, that's just me. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her video of you can go to Amazon and rent it. It's $1.99. It's oh heck. It was something about living a lie or your secret or something. It was on when she was in Vegas, and she supposedly portrayed this hooker. Her name was Sarah, I think, or I can't remember. Her name started with an S, I think. But anyway, I'll try to find and put a link in the video. But anyway, she portrays this woman that is a not hooker, I guess hooker, escort. She's a escort, and she puts her child to bed. And look, it's Jake in the video, in this little video, this movie. I think it was on Lifetime. It was on one of the Lifetime channels. But Jake is in the video, and Princess is in the movie. Kate, that's it. And it plays an escort. She puts her child to bed, and then she goes out, and it shows her going in the hotel with this guy, and it ends with Princess being upset at her because he finds out what she's doing. I think that there's more truth to that than there is fiction. Let me just say that. I don't believe that was a fiction. I think that was completely true life. I think it was real. I think it's still real, true life. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know who would pay for that. She's lucky they don't turn around and give her damn bill when it was over with. You know what I mean? Charge her. But anyway, I just don't understand her going on, like, doing all these vacations. But yeah, I think Adrian's fine with her, like, as long as it's making money. But that's why she does the supposedly meet and greets when she goes on these vacations, because she uses all this as a write-off. And I guess since he is a CPA or whatever, he, has told her how to, like, write everything off. But yeah, I think he's more okay with a lot of this. So I guess I've had to, like, let my what I thought about him has changed also. Yeah, separate lives. Absolutely. Yep. Paid up. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And then the other night, Princess had went live, and his channel name, somebody had asked me, his channel name is James Princess Cuda, Cuda. C is in Charlie, U is in uniform, D is in Delta, A is in Apple. That's the last name. That's his the channel name. But he went live the other night, and he had, like, Dr. Laura on there, and this lady was really, really, like, concerned about him, and was, really giving him really good advice. And so Jenny, several of people that I know showed up over there. We all showed up in chat, and we were, supporting him. And I put in the chat, boy, MGL would, like, lose her crap if she was to come in and see us in chat. I mean, we wasn't saying anything about her, but anyway, old Jaundice for All, her booty boy, he must have called her and told her or something. But anyway, Princess gets a phone call. Well, we're all in chat, me and 3 or 4 other women that MGL can't stand. We're in chat supporting him, not being ugly, not doing anything scandalous, and he gets a phone call, and I wrote in chat, I said, here it comes. And he stops, the lady stops talking to her, and he said, okay, listen, you guys, Molly is my friend, Marissa's my friend. No, nobody's supposed to be bashing her. Yada yada yada. Goes off on. Well, nobody was bashing her. So we type in chat. Nobody is bashing her. And he reads it. And he's like, okay, I just want y'all to know that she's my friend, no matter what. She's my friend. And so it wasn't just a second later. Jaundice for All shows up, or his new name, Justice. Daddy Justice, I guess, is what Sloppy Molly's trying to get him to change his name to. Daddy Justice. She says that's marketable. Yeah, James, Miss Forgotten Whispers, James. J is in Jessica, A is in Alpha, M is in Mary, E is in Echo, S is in Sam. Princess Kuda, that's his channel name, but James Princess Kuda. But I think it's still up. You can probably go in there and pull it up. Yeah, Jonas is a butt kisser. Look, he's riding on her skirt tails because he wouldn't have the people that, I mean, I think they share Patreons. I mean, they share supporters. I think they, he most definitely has the supporters because they're idiots that follow her. You know what I mean? I don't even recognize. I know she's got ICU and I think Goose. I think they do her detective. They look into people's background for her or whatever. They go in people's real life and then they tell her, and then she gets up on her platform and repeats it. Yeah, creepy as hell. I hate peas. I mean, she was so messed up the other night. She kept saying Justice Daddy. And she said, he loves it. He loves it. And then she gets him to come up on chat. And he obviously didn't love it. I mean, he was not happy about it. She's like, what do you mean you don't like it? I love it. Oh, I see Rockalot is going live. So I'll tidy this up shortly. Plus my husband's come in. I guess I need to go fix her dinner. But yeah, she is she's something is anyway. And finish up about Princess. So we were in there. So it wasn't just a few minutes. Jaundice for All comes in and he says, hey, Princess. Now, if you guys, he cannot stand Princess. Princess and Jaundice boy, they don't like each other. They are both jealous. I guess they are fighting over Marissa's attention, but Princess don't like him and he doesn't like Princess. But he comes rolling up in his chat that night. Now, Marissa's in Boston, so I guess she's busy with her friend pulling the gun on the waiter that night. So Jaundice comes in there, I guess, to do her bidding for her, to make sure he doesn't let anybody talk about her in his chat. Hey, Keith. And so he comes into chat and he's like, hey, Princess. And anyway, it wasn't just maybe a minute or two, Princess ends his live. But I thought to myself, wow, just And I feel bad for him. I do. I feel bad for Princess. I think he most definitely has issues, but I mean, she uses him and she's like, he's my friend and he doesn't care if I talk about his business. No crap, because you used him as content to you use that as part of your way to e-bag. Oh, and the other thing she said is that she actually likes the word tragedy pimps. She likes that phrase. And yes, absolutely, Ninja. Or she says that Laura is making a tragedy pimp candle and she's put her order in for 3 of them. So she's bringing Laura back in her fold, I guess. Sloppy Molly is. So yes, she controls them. Absolutely, she does. Well, and just the way she talks to her subs and stuff. I mean, but yeah, so she, I don't know, twin thing. You make my heart sing. Yeah, they're doing her dirty work for her. Exactly. Hey, Catherine, they're absolutely doing her dirty work. And then she gets on her platform and puts people's information out. And the other night, whatever this was going on, she, the lady that she had put out there, hey, if you guys want me to call your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend, just send me, put his name, whatever. So this lady, D, I don't know who she is. She goes, and apparently I didn't see it, but you could tell by what they were saying. She's putting people's names and phone number in chat. And so old Sloppy Molly lets it stay in there for quite a while before she finally says, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, don't worry. I'll take my chat down. Yeah, I thought to myself, yeah, you're going to take it down. We know that because you're not going to leave it up after all this stuff. But she's like, I'll take it down. Don't worry. I'll take it down. But this was my deal. First of all, the lady, was she doxing somebody? Yeah, he needs a bigger t-shirt. Actually, he needs some balls. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any. He most definitely doesn't have any. The way he is a pussy, baby. He is a pussy. He is most definitely a follower. He's not a leader. Nowhere near it. And she likes it like that. She keeps him. It look. It's just all it's gonna take. All it's gonna take is for her to be coming down off of one of her vices and not feeling good and in a pissy way, and him to say something that's gonna hit her crossways, and she's gonna go off on him and read him the right act and throw out all his personal information. It's just a matter of time. And you know what? I don't like to say this, but I have to say, you guys, I'm looking forward to that happening because he has been so damn, hey, blank screen. He's been so damn, he's been as nasty toward me, talking about my 60-year-old vagina, how, what my vagina looks like. I guess she supposedly sent him pictures of the supposed pictures she had. So he was on there one night, him and that Scorpio lady, and they just were having the biggest laugh out of what my vajayjay looks like and how old it was and all this crap. So yeah, absolutely. I have no respect for him at all. He is as sorry as she is. Me too, Safari Jane, me too. But I may forget. I'm not going to forget. I'm going to write that down. Right, I'm standing in the kitchen right now, so I can go check that out. I have to get me an order going. Do you have your own site, or is it just through Teesprings? I hope you're doing them yourself, because Teesprings, I think, rips people off. I'm just saying. Yeah. Forgotten Whispers. I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, you guys check that out. She's making some merch, it sounds like, and it sounds like something that will look. He probably does. I hate peace. A micro penis. For sure. Yeah, she. I had did a little parody that one night. I put my sloppy Molly crap on my shirt, Molly Golightly and stuff, and I went into a few people's chats acting like her, just being silly, and so I wore my sloppy Molly shirt. But yeah, I would love to I'll get her to get one from you, Forgotten Whispers, and I'll wear that next time because I'm going to do it again real soon. I've got a trash bag I'm going to wear. That too was freaking crazy, you guys. There's no telling what she paid for that either. I'm just saying, because that store, Lululemon or whatever it's called, that is an expensive place to buy workout wear. Very expensive. You know it, girl. I'm sure. For sure. I agree with you on that. Oh yeah, he is, man. And then she had, PayPal mail up there last night, and you guys, that's just, two peas in a pod, I guess. All three. Yeah, she don't want to, I guess she was all dressed up last night with her lipstick on, and Adrian had took her out to eat. So I guess, when she drags her words out and talks like that, I guess that's supposed to make up for her being the sloppy mess she was the night before. So, okay, you guys, well, Rockalocks Live, I'm going to go over there and listen to him. Hope you guys have, I saw him the other day talk about the Kylie Rodney, about that being a fraud raiser instead of a fundraiser, about people, kind of stretching that out to make money, but it's a shame. But I've got a lot more video, you guys. I'd like to put out there and play. I might have to come back live tomorrow or something, but I'll try to schedule if I do. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys in the streets. Thanks for coming in to support me. I appreciate it more than you know.